Hello, hello. Am I audible, visible? Acha. So this video is for our very respected Rishi Sunak sir. Okay, for our own very respected Rishi Sunak sir. Actually, at that time I was in a meeting, so I thought कि ठीक है, over that time let it go. So basically, there are three interfaces. Today, I won't be talking about geopolitics or anything of that sort. Okay. So, sir, it's like if you talk about the three pillars, so I think one is the government economy. Okay. Another one is the private economy. And the third one, that is very much devastating. And I think that is called the funny economy. Now, why it is called funny economy, you will not get it anywhere. But why is it called funny economy? And it's that much, it has devastating effect. So what happens is that if I talk about private economy, okay, so what is private economy? You will see many a times uh, economic distributors or any businessman. Okay, it's very easy. So what happens is that I am very fond of scaling companies, not only for myself, for others also. Means what happens is that suppose someone said I want to the small products, biscuits or chips or some food products or something of that sort. Now I want to scale it. Okay, I'm starting from the scratch, I want to scale it. Now how will you go? That comes under private economy. Now how is it important? It's important for every businessman. It's nothing related to economy or finance or something of that sort. So mostly you are like, what is your product that you have, what is the market segmentations that you have, how you want to leverage your segmentations, that is important. If I want to talk about ghee, if I want to talk about say the food products, biscuits are there and many other scalable products are there, something of 2000 crores, 800 crores, 5000 crores. And how that is possible? Money is secondary, but scaling the operation is important. So the first thing is what market do I have, how to ensure that you give some basic segmentations of finance, how much you will consider in terms of deficit financing or equity financing. Okay, so what are, do I need a patent trademark or not? If I want to scale a company in various states, then who are going to be my targeted segmentations? Is it going off balance sheet or on balance sheet? If it's on balance sheet, then it's under track. I'm putting some segmentations of the control system. I'm doing the internal accountability. I'm checking on my variable costs. I'm checking on my net distributive systems. And accordingly, I'm ruling each and every part of market. Getting my point? It's so I love to scale companies. Suppose someone that all comes under the private economy. You are scaling your company, not only your own company, someone, some friend or some ex, some person who wants to leverage that one. Now it's not only about economic or finance. Any businessman who is diving into this game of business, I think this is very much important. Your first generation, second generation, whatever it is, you have a scaling of 2 rupees, 5 rupees, 20 rupees, 20 to 20,000 billion, whatever. Still understanding the structures of your control. Who are your account system, account segmentations that you have? How much of leverage do I need? Do I need to go for merger and acquisition or not? Means what I say, suppose suppose export. Okay, someone is only exporting say tea. Now why will they only export tea? Just, I'm not talking about myself, say some ex person has come, so I am like you take 3 4 products, select the markets that you want, see what consumerism that you can produce, see can you initiate a startup for that. Means you are getting it from the market, working as a merchant exporter or leveraging it. Can you make the a setup for that, for your own production? That is production based merchandise. So automatically what are going to be my variable costs? what are going to be my that outlay in terms of discrepancies, should I leverage in terms of market value or not, what is the conditionality of price fixation, because the moment you are say segment in 8 countries, 6 countries, 5 countries, so I always suggest ki you set up one small, unless it's export, you set up one small office over there and attack on the distributors, attack on the sub distributors, attack on the vendors, so that you can capture the market. Starts with 3 4 5 countries, then scale your product. It may be whatever food, non-food products, various other items are there. Plus, I think that is basically a condition for merger and acquisition. You are buying companies on paper, you are taking your company as international segment, okay, under the STRS rules. Okay, STRS rules are there, are of Ministry of Commerce, backed by, you are checking what is your capital credentiality, what are the variable costs that you have, are you going for the TRIPS agreements or not, can, what sort of standardizations you are have, what is your profit to equity ratio, what is your if I want to talk about the finances, so there is one bullet finance, it's one term conditional loan, or should I go for amortization of the loans? At what product, at what leverage will I need that dividends out to be paid to the people? Mainly from the IPO listing, or all those segmentations are there. So these are the fundamentals, how you analyze a company, how you analyze the growth process of the company, how you segment key in which countries I want leverage, what is going to be my logistics segmentations, should I need to go for merger and acquisition or buying of companies or not, will it be backed by the equities that you have at the back, or you are going for cash conditionality. Then there are some segmentations. If your company is going for buyouts, okay, the leverage buyouts, then what are going to be key? Do you want to go for your public listing, or you want to go for private listing? Because one advantage of private listing is that the information inventory, it remains the same, it remains under control. You are giving some class segmentation. Class A, that will only be voted by the family members. Class B, that will be voted by the people from the segmentations of the control system, whole accountability, their whole liability process, and various other segmentations are there. So if anything goes wrong, you go for Singapore mediation. All those segments are there. Whether you want to go for the winding process or not, then how will you operationalize the NPA segmentations? What I'm saying is all private economy, means you are scaling a company not only for yourself, but you are bringing the control system, you are bringing your operational layouts, you are designing a company, maybe of yours, of your friends, of your colleagues, or anyone who is into the game of business, based on the structures, based on accountability, based on positioning, based on equity cash flow, cash memorandum. So what happens is that once people they know all these fundamental leverages, what I have felt they will not want to work, means they will not want to go for job. Why is it? Because it the eye becomes like that. The eye becomes like that ki, if I see say 200 people, 500 people, 2000 people, 50,000 people, so if you're going for job, then you are one individual. But if you are a businessman, okay, if you are making some product, if you are leveraging your company, then these 20,000, 50,000, 80,000 people, 20 30% are your customers who will pay for your product. You are making so largely the mindset is like that, okay. That all comes under the private economy. Another one is the government economy. Government economy is what? Government economy is completely reverse. It's a facilitator. It is not a profit making body. Means I cannot The way I told over this 8 9 minutes how we go for profit equity ratio, going for the depreciation segmentation, seeing what is the variable controls that I have, merger and acquisition systems are there, buying companies based on equity, conditionality of loans based on deficit and stock positioning, all those things, they are private economy for businessman, anyone who wants to scale a business in agriculture sector, whatever sector be it. Okay, product marginalization, various other segmentations are there, siphoning of funds before npa segmentations, all those things are there. What is government economy? Government economy is completely reverse. Those people who are going for government economy, so they are like how a country, say India, okay, they will facilitate fund. They are not seeing India as a company, they are seeing it as a country where you are enhancing geopolitics. That is what your line of distribution. Okay, you are going for a fundamental ergonomical sensitivity. What is that? You are chaining your company or here the country towards the line of leverage, long term standardization. Okay, so the economics of the government is, it's very difficult. Not difficult, it's different. You are using the wing of geopolitics to enhance your operation of distribution. You are working on generic medicines. You are enhancing your say penetration in African markets, Latin American markets, Mercosur blocks that we have, segmentations are there. How you can use the international finance for say municipal bonds. There is always a sense of adaptation, adaptability, transparency. All these protocols design the fundamental of government economics, which is they will emphasize on the structures, they will emphasize on cooperative and competitive federalism, though they will emphasize on fundamentals ki how will I leverage finance for national budgeting, state budgeting, what are the bigger augmentations that I have, the fiscal trade deficits that I have. I'm going for reduction, I'm going for positioning of assets. These are what? These are largely the basic principles based on which government finances are mainstreamed. Okay, they will not scale. But what is this funny economy? This is very disastrous. Ki, suppose I am the owner of a company and I am positioning India or my country as a company. Now this is very disastrous. Okay, this India is India, country is country, government economy is government economy, and this is a company. It makes certain products which has some consumers. This one's only leverage is finance, profit. Sometimes these companies scale up 5x profit, 10x profit, 40x profit, god knows. Ethics means sometimes violate many with the years sectors. You will see they are not working on research and development, they are violating the government rules, they are not going for compensation, using trust and funds to protect money. And government economics is different, the parameters I have told, using. Problem is with the funny economy that is nowhere written. If someone goes to London School of Economics, I think no thesis, no paper, no master degree, no one talks about this funny economy. But what happens is that when someone it uses the government or thinks government as a private vehicle. Okay, the problem starts with here. Previously, it was a country, but now I have scaled it as a means of tool of private capitalization. I am analyzing each and every wing of India. Means instead of I need to position key how central finances, international finances, euro bond, American depository receipt, global depository receipt, they will enrich my say food safety security programs that I have. They will enhance the infrastructure segmentations of the government. They will enhance the overall monetary segmentations of the government, which are largely the work of the government, the institutions attached with it. But I'm not thinking that way. I'm scaling it as a means of merger and acquisition. I'm seeing ki, means the people who used to means government has a very strong mm, segment to prove, means it's a provider, right? Its job is to provide people with food security, basic arrangement. But I am seeing people as commodity. I am, this is my product, I am leveraging it, I am analyzing one country from a company point of view using merger and acquisition. Geopolitics has turned into a segment of one line distribution. Smash sit as the opposition, buy the company backed with your the stakes or liquidity positioning that I have. Smash the opposition NGO. You're getting my point. Smash the opposition NGO, take the entire control system, see what inventory segmentations are there, analyze your depreciation or capital appreciation from profit center of view, and creating a chaos. Government is government. Government is a facilitator. It works for the people. It strengthens its system of cooperation. It strengthens its segmentations of utility. There is one fund utility, but that is not a company that you are using its fund utility. You are checking over the profit to equity ratio, analyzing the distribution networks of geopolitics, um, to leverage your overall base of operation in other countries, enhancing your own product. Means what happens suppose India, if it wants to go with bigger inertia with Africa or Latin American countries, so it will be a provider, it will be a supplier, so that people, poor people who are staying on in all those countries, south cooperation countries, they can actually benefit something. But if you see them as a means of commodity, their economy, some countries, African countries or their Latin American, some countries, their economy is poor. I am using them as a commodity. I am analyzing my country, that is in bracket company, from stake point of view. What is going to be my merger acquisition? How will I go for portfolio liquidity enhancement? Will they generate enough sovereign cash flow or not? Then it's a disaster for the economy. Getting my point? It's like roundabout capitalism of seeing inventory, going with the sales aggrandizations, setting the pavement for distributions and sub distributions, choking the points who are against your market inventory, or market competition, beating the market in the sense of, say, the negative stimulus, that is the that China uses. Okay, the downward degradation of rupees, or you can say the inverted duty structure. So this is very problematic. Means what, scaling a company 5,000 crore, 10,000 crore, 20,000 crore, that is a private means, and you can use those segmentations for leverage, finance, overall operations, your depreciation, stock segmentations, balancing of the equity and refinancing segments. How will I recapitalize those budgetings which are on on the short lender? But this is a nation. So I think this funny economics, it's very devastating, and nowhere, no London School of Economics or no one will give such theories of economics. Both the things I think needs a very balanced statement. Okay, private positioning, government positioning, overall interface, public segmentations, but funny economy, their fund, irregular leverage, im- means beyond imagination. Thinking country on the point of profit analysis, accountability, the segmentations, backed up equity, tax segmentations, foundations. No way. Anyways, so I think that is the third tier of economy. So the three tiers done. Thank you, sir.